Hello tubers, welcome back to Doing Stuff Drinking. I'm Jason. Today we'll do an upgrade to my workbench slash office here. The monitor in its natural position likes to point down a little bit, so I got it propped up with this DVD-ROM. So we're gonna make an elevated shelf up here. Plus I'm gonna add a little extra love to the office area. We'll see that when the desk is done. For that, I have these, just your basic wall-mounted shelf brackets. Except we're not going to mount them to the wall. I got another trick up my sleeve for that, which you will see. And hopefully it works out. We get more room, we get a higher monitor, plus we get extra goodies. So that's it. I guess we get started. We'll head up to the garage and do some cutting, some measuring. Hopefully measuring right, and go from there. See you then. All right, folks, so what we got here is my board. I cut it to the length that I wanted. I took my sander and I smoothed out the edges and where the cut was, and even these edges, the factory edges, just to put a little smoothness to them. Because this is a shelf that I'll be working around, this and that. I got my marks here where I want these shelving brackets mounted. Now, like I told you before, I'm not going to mount these in a traditional way. I'm going to mount them, well, not even close to where they're supposed to be. But you put them on your marks there. You put some screws to them. And we do this 4 times. Apologies, left the rest of my brackets halfway across the garage. Okay, so we do this 4 times, which shouldn't take long, hopefully, unless something goes really haywire. Now when you got this gusset here, I got an extension, so the screws can still go in fairly straight. Boom, just like that. So I thought this idea for shelving up in my head, thinking about when I wanted to mount my monitor. It seems like it'll work. I'm going to leave out the center screw. It's not necessary. But this plan seems like it'll work. We will see. If it does not, you will watch me fail, which happens time to time. Of course, we don't want it to happen, but every once in a while. So maybe do a bloopers track or something like that. When you buy these, get magnetic. A lot better. Of course, mine are not magnetic. But will suffice. We will get by. Almost wrapped up here. I really hope this works because it seems like a great idea in my head. Like it will look out just fantastic when we're all said and done. 2 more screws with the extendo. I'm using a DeWalt 20-volt impact, which are fantastic impact guns. But you'll notice there's no impacting going on because these things got some power. Sometimes in some material like soft wood or thin metal, if you get to impacting, they get to stripping because they're just that quick. But that's that. that's all there is to it. We're going to take this beast back downstairs, mount her up, and see how she looks. See you soon. All right, we're back with the final product here. Speaking of the shelf, not the final product, but we got the product here. Now I've gone ahead and measured out and pre-drilled my holes where this will screw to my workbench. Doing that, I know they're in the right location, but it also helps when you're holding it up by yourself, trying to put the screw in the right spot. It still might be a struggle. We'll get through it. Let's give it a shot. Use a little bit beefier screw here than I used for these, because this right here, the wood is sitting with gravity at its favor. These ones are holding all the weight, which is another reason for the pre-drilling. You don't split the wood. It just works a little better all in all. I should have fully cleaned the bench before I started this, but I didn't. And that's all right. I'll get by. When I lift these up, I'm just going to barely start the screws because it's not sitting perfectly level. Doing that will let it still move, rotate, adjust, whatever it's got to do before you tighten them all the way down. So far it's going pretty good. One more. I dropped it. And like a true construction worker, I didn't bring extra for dropping. Last one give me a bit of a struggle. See if I can get her lined up a little better here. There it is. Put the screw in the impact one more time. There it is. The placement seems good. I think I can go through and tighten all the screws, get it locked down. Doesn't look too bad for a makeshift office. Rather than going out and buying a brand new desk, we just make what we have better. Plus I do a lot of work other than computer work on here. Guitars, RC cars, whatever. Cutting, sanding. Really be ashamed to do that on a brand new desk anyways. So I'm going to get this mess cleaned up, get everything wired back that I dismantled. Add a couple more components to it, which should be fun. And we'll see when it's all done. Well, here it is, YouTube. It's all wired up. It's all set up. Turned out pretty good, I think. I still have a little wiring thing to deal with. Some zip ties here and there. Clean it up a little. We'll get to that later. So today, we're drinking to my wife. She puts up with all my hobbies, habits, lets me have fun like this and do stuff that I find interesting. So here's to her. Have a good night, YouTube.